World of Warcraft. My first ever forte into the engaging world of MMORPGs. Well, actually, I guess technically the second ever MMO, because I did technically play RuneScape first. And Second Life. But I don't think that counts as an MMO. Where was I going with this?
Alright, thumbs up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy!
Right, World of Warcraft, the often debated but undeniably biggest MMORPG that's been going strong-ish. It's been going for almost 2 decades now.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
I know the Blizzard who currently helms World of Warcraft's modern iteration isn't really the same Blizzard we all knew and loved and grew up with back in the 90s and early 2000s. It's more kind of Activision wearing the hollowed-out carcass of our childhood memories. But, despite that, from its acne-riddled early years, the world, its ambience, the lore, it all blended together to make an engaging experience that many other games to this day have tried to capture, copy, or derive from. And yet, no other game has ever succeeded. The game was lightning in a bottle in its heydays. So, why don't we talk about it? I first got into World of Warcraft back in my early high school years, and at the time I was mostly still just playing RuneScape, Second Life, and a variety of console games, until my friend Jamie hit me up about this new game that he'd just started playing. Dude, you need to try it out. It's like a sequel to Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, but it's not an RTS. It's got all the players playing all online together. It's got like PvP, arenas, and tons of cool quests and gear. Naturally, I was enticed. He lent me the installation CDs and the game manual, and I'd spend many a math class deciding both the class and race that I would be playing. Jamie had already made a Tauren Hunter, so I was, of course, going to be throwing my lot in with the Horde.
For the Horde! For the Horde!
Ultimately settling on an undead warlock. Though before I could actually start playing World of Warcraft, there were a couple of hurdles I needed to overcome. The first one, the real stinger, was the cost. I was like 15 or 16 at the time of starting my adventures in Azeroth, a broke-ass high school student who might very well have been able to convince their parents to buy the game. But then there was the subscription side of things. See, you gotta keep paying for WoW if you want to keep playing WoW. And at the time, that was gonna be a pretty hard ask of my family. See, the only way I could really get game time for World of Warcraft back then, lacking a PayPal, credit card, or anything of the sort, was through buying game time cards. I don't even know if they still do these, but game cards were selling at like $50 for 2 months of game time. I'd have to go through some long gaps before I could get another card at times, which meant I really struggled to catch up with my friends who were in a more lucrative position. And then we have hurdle number 2. Dial-up internet. Now, to some of you, you'll have no idea what the hell that even is, but to the rest of you who do, I'm sure you can feel the pain at just hearing this god-awful noise. In 2005, internet access was bleak for most people, having either dial-up or nothing at all. It was an era where internet cafes were explosively popular for people who wanted to sink sleepless nights into LAN parties or play World of Warcraft for short 14-hour spurts. Truly, they were better times. So regardless of my slow progress and garbage internet, World of Warcraft still really dug its claws in deep, and I think it did for a lot of people in that era. I mean, Christ, South Park did a whole episode about how sweet the game was. And honestly, it feels like genuine praise for the game.
In the outside world, I am a simple geologist. But in here, I am Falcorn, defender of the Alliance. I've braved the Fargo Deep Mine, defeated the Bloodfish at Jared's Landing.
Looks like that guy just killed you.
My fondest memory, I think, has to have been when I was leveling up in Silverpine Forest. Jamie wasn't on, but 2 of my guildmates were talking about a Twilight Zone marathon they were watching through at the time. Blins 40s and Shamaladin. 2 dudes who would end up becoming absolute brothers in arms as they helped me level up, taught me the ropes of dungeons, and generally were just awesome dudes. Sadly, by the time I came back to World of Warcraft, Battle.net itself had gone through a complete overhaul, and World of Warcraft no longer had its own dependent friends list. So, Evidence, Splints, Shammy, if you guys remember that undead warlock who helped out in Dark Iron, hit me up. I miss you guys. Speaking of which, now we have to fast forward this story 14 years. Hey, we should try out World of Warcraft. Have you ever played it? Wow, the old MMO. Yeah, I played it like, God, a decade ago. I think I still have access to my account. Unless the gold farming bots got to it again. But I don't know if I really want to get back into the MMO scene. It's a lot of time, then there's the cost, not to mention you can play as these foxy boys. So, we decided to give World of Warcraft another chance. I mean, how different could the game be now, right? I mean, I dabbled a tiny bit in the Burning Crusade for like a week or so when it released, so surely it'll just be like I remember it, right? Well, turns out very different. Very, very different.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
Sense Azeroth nearby.
And while the endgame didn't really interest me at all that much, unless you count transmogs, because basically the whole reason I continue to play this game is for the goddamn transmogs. Why don't nice things drop for me? What I really did love, and enjoyed more than anything else in WoW, was when me and my partner made brand new characters and set out on an adventure to see all of the old content that I had missed over the years. We followed the storylines from the revamped classic areas of the game, then went straight through the Dark Portal when we were ready to experience the Burning Crusade. And I have to say, the skyboxes, the storytelling, the music, God, the music. Playing through the game as the newest race in the Horde felt like we were taking a trip down WoW's history, as these fluffy little newcomers to the war-hardened, skull-crushing members of the Horde.
Aww. I have no time for games.
I mean, even doing the quest to unlock them, Bane was just kind of like, you're resourceful, and, you know what, just fetch me a coffee and, fuck it, you can be part of the Horde.
Hey, where are you going?
But we're getting off topic, so I bet you're all wondering, Milkshake, what do you think of the game? Well, despite its outdated subscription systems, the social aspects of finding a group being absolutely gutted and reformed into a boring-ass queue finder system, despite Activision Blizzard being, you know, Activision fucking Blizzard, despite the gear feeling like drab stat sheets with some half-ass color tints, despite gnomes still being in the game, still, I mean, it's alright, you know. Like, a part of me can never fully hate WoW, even after its many changes and reinventions. The lore, the high fantasy, the nostalgia, I have some great memories of the game. Plus, you know, there's Barney64's World of Warcraft videos. Like, if Volpira got me to try WoW again, his videos hurled me down the classic rabbit hole. Seriously, I've rewatched the Scarab Lord adventures like easily 6 times now, and they are works of art to me. I fucking love them.
Just don't let me catch you alone in Stormwind. God, I fucking love being alone. Ow!
I just can't really commit to the game much anymore. Just like you couldn't really back in the day. It's like coming full circle. But you see, I've got a new addiction. And no, it's not Final Fantasy Online. It's entertaining all of you. Aww. And crap! I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all the new subscribers who have followed me recently. Flamboyant Kid, Onometry, Misha Gilbert, John Doe, Casey Chapman, who by the way is an amazing artist, and a bunch of others that YouTube just don't want to share the names with me. You've all been so supportive of my content, and honestly, the comments are the highlights of my days. I'll see y'all next time. Take care.
At least I have chicken.